Hello again, first grade. This morning we drew a picture of a campfire, a fish, an elf, some fruit in a forest, and a fairy. I hear some of you made fires and paper marshmallows. How exciting. So now that we've drawn a picture or other activities, turn your paper over to the back side. We're going to write some words that begin with a sound, the letter F. Now, notice again my mouth when I say, you can see my teeth on my lip, and air is coming out through the sides. Has a friend. Same lip biting, but we're using our throats. Feel your throat. That's the letter V. We'll talk about the letter V later. You can feel the vibrations in your throat. But the letter F is the whispering friend. No vibrations here. All right, let's write some words, shall we? Have you thought of any good words? Now, for this, we'll want our blue block crayon and a blue pencil. I have my block crayon. I'm going to create my beautiful border, left to right. But again, I forgot something. So first, let's find our feet on the earth in those lovely feather slippers. Let's sit up straight and tall with our head ready to receive a crown, a fluffy crown perhaps. What is on your fluffy crown? Maybe it is a cloud in the sky. Fluffy cloud crown. And on your finger, what is on your finger? Maybe a ring of firestone. Now let's pick up our block crayon again, Mama Bear's side. Sky to earth. Sky to earth. Left to right. Perfect. Now, let's pick up our pencils. Do you remember how to do that? Birdie beak catches the worm and rests it on its wing. Maybe it's a falcon wing today. Now the letter F. How many straight lines and how many curved lines are in the big letter F? Does it have any curved lines? No, it doesn't. The big letter is all straight lines. Let's see if you're right. 1, 2, 3. Good job. 3 straight lines. Now what about the little letter? How many straight lines and how many curved lines does that one have? There is a curve, that's right. The curve, it's like a feather or a fish. We have the curve and then it goes straight and it crosses. Well, that wishing on a fish story was quite the story. What would you wish for if you found that fish? Let's write the word fish while you think about your wish. Fish. Do you remember how to make the sh sound? Two special letters together. S and H go together to make sh. So fish. Very nice. Fish. Well, making a fire to roast marshmallows over is a very nice thing. We have our and our I, our little I. Fire. And there's that helpful E. It helps the I say its name. Fire. Fish. Fire. Forest, where the fairies and the elves and the gnomes live. We begin the same way. Oh, forest. For. Now, if we stop just here, we would have this letter 4. And this is not the number 4, but it means before. Look at fire and look at 4. They are almost the same. Just one sound different. I instead of O. Fire. For. Est. Now, because the E doesn't stay at the end of the word, we add some more sounds. Instead of silent, it starts to speak. It gets to have its own voice in this word. Forest. Very nice. Forest. Well. Let us add a friend to that forest so we are not so lonely. Friend. It sounds like the eh sound, and there is an eh, which is an e. But friend is kind of a special word where the first letter in that eh sound doesn't speak. It's such a good friend, it lets the E say its sound instead. Fry, it looks like it's fr, and then we add this eh. So it looks like it would, if we were just reading that, it would say fry, because usually that first sound says its name, and the E just helps. But in the friendly word, friend, the I is a good friend to E and lets E have its voice, so it can say eh, friend. Friend. What good friends I and E are. Now we have our friend in the forest. And what did we find? But a feather. Eh again. And this time it is an E first. Fe. There's a quiet A that helps E say eh. Feather. Do you remember what sounds make th? There are two sound symbols, two letters put together that make th. Just like the. Feather. Yeah, it's the T and the H together. Feather. E says eh, and says feather. Who did that feather belong to? Or if you were very fancy, you would say, to whom did that feather belong? Well, the falcon, of course. It's a C. Falcon. Falcon. Very nice. And hiding deeper in that woods is, of course, another friend, a fairy. I wonder what kind of fairy this fairy is. Would be fa or fa, and then we have this little I that helps that A say its name. Fair. And we have that R pulling that sound down. Fair. We could stop with fair. Do you share fairly with your brother or your sister or your mom or your dad or your cousin? I hope so. But we're going to make it a fairy. And fairy has a Y, which sometimes makes the E sound too. Sometimes a Y and sometimes an E. Usually at the end of a word, that Y sounds like an E. It usually is just a Y at the beginning of a word, like yuck. Fairy. Oh, let's give that fairy something to eat. How about some fruit? Ooh. We haven't talked much about ooh yet. And there's a little I in fruit that helps the U say its name, makes that sound. Fruit. Fruit. Very good. Have you thought of more words? I bet that fairy ate her fill and flew away. Wouldn't it be wonderful to have wings so you could fly away? Where would you go if you could fly? And if you could fly really fast, you could go really far. Thanks for writing with me. I'll see you next time.